Have you ever felt like you had to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's world? Maybe you downplayed your achievements so a friend wouldn't feel insecure. Or you stayed quiet in a meeting when you had a brilliant idea. We've all been there, tempted to lower our standards, our voice, or our very essence, for the sake of acceptance or to keep the peace. But what if I told you that by doing so, you're not just doing a disservice to yourself, but you're also building a life based on a shaky foundation? Today, we re-diving deep into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to uncover some powerful lessons on why you should never, ever lower yourself for anyone. This isn't about becoming arrogant or selfish. It's about cultivating an unshakable sense of self-worth that doesn't depend on external validation, a value that no one can give you and no one can take away. The great Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, once wrote in his private meditations, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." If you constantly think you need to diminish yourself to be liked, your soul will be dyed with insecurity and resentment. But if you fill your mind with thoughts of self-respect and integrity, you build a fortress within yourself that stands strong against the winds of others' opinions. So, grab a cup of tea, find a comfortable spot. By the end of this video, you'll have a new perspective and practical tools to help you stand tall in your own truth. First up, let's talk about your principles. Think of your principles as your personal constitution. These are things like honesty, kindness, integrity, and courage. The Stoics believed that living in accordance with our principles, it's the only thing that's truly within our control and the key to a flourishing life. Now, imagine someone asks you to do something that goes against your core values. Maybe a coworker wants you to lie to your boss, or a friend pressures you to gossip about someone. In that moment, you have a choice. You can lower yourself, compromise your principles to please them. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Every time you compromise your integrity for someone else's approval, you are wasting a precious piece of your life. You're trading something of infinite value, your character, for something fleeting and external, like someone's temporary good opinion. Before making a decision, ask yourself, does this align with the person I want to be? Does this honor my principles? Refusing to lower your standards isn't an act of defiance against others. It's an act of loyalty to yourself. And those who don't, well, their opinion isn't worth sacrificing your self-respect for, is it? How many incredible ideas have been left to die in the graveyard of what will people think? To lower yourself for someone in this context means to play small. It's letting someone's cynicism or limited vision convince you that your goals are too big, too unrealistic, or too out there. They might say, "Oh, you want to start your own business? That's so risky." Most fail. Your effort, your dedication, your pursuit of your dreams, those are within your control. The opinions, doubts, and negativity of others. So why would you let something you can't control dictate something you can? Every significant human achievement was born from a dream that someone refused to give up on, despite the chorus of naysayers. Remember the Stoic lesson. Focus on your actions, on the work itself. Pour your energy into the process. The Stoics called this apatheia, not apathy in the sense of not caring, but a state of calm and equanimity, free from disturbing passions. Lowering yourself in this area means letting someone else's drama become your own. It's allowing another person's anger, anxiety, or negativity to hijack your emotional state. If you let them, they will drain your energy and disturb your peace. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to protect his inner citadel. He wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If you allow others to dictate your emotional weather, you can be empathetic and supportive without taking on their emotional baggage. You can say, "I'm here for you, but I won't participate in this negativity." But remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. You are better equipped to genuinely help others from a place of strength and stability, not from a place of depletion and resentment. Protecting your peace isn't selfish. It's essential, self-free. It is a declaration that your inner calm is too precious to be disturbed by storms that are not your own. Another area where we must never lower ourselves is in our pursuit of knowledge and personal growth. The desire to learn, to improve, to understand the world and ourselves more deeply is a fundamental human drive. However, you might encounter people who are content with mediocrity or who are intimidated by your growth. They might mock your interest in reading books, taking courses, or learning a new skill. They might say things like, "Why are you always so serious?" Or "You're thinking too much." Your growth makes me uncomfortable with my own stagnation. To lower yourself for them would be to stop learning, to stop questioning, to stop growing. It would be to accept a self-imposed limitation on your own mind. The Stoics would find this abhorrent. For them, philosophy wasn't just an academic subject. It was a way of life, a constant practice of self-improvement. Seneca famously said, "Your journey of growth is uniquely yours. It doesn't matter if others don't understand it or approve of it. Every book you read, every new perspective you consider, every skill you acquire adds to the richness of your life and the strength of your character. Refuse to be shamed for your desire to be better today than you were yesterday. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. You are investing in the most valuable asset you have, yourself. The world is full of wonders to discover, and your mind has limitless potential to explore them. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, never lower your standard for how you are treated. This encompasses all the other points. You deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and honesty. This is a non-negotiable, fundamental human right. Lowering yourself here means tolerating disrespect, accepting manipulative behavior, or staying in relationships, be they romantic, platonic, or professional, that consistently diminish you. It's making excuses for someone's bad behavior. Like, "Oh, they didn't mean it," or "That's just how they are." The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control others' actions, we absolutely control our response and what we choose to tolerate. Epictetus put it bluntly, "If a person gave your body to any stranger he met on his way, you would certainly be angry." Do you feel no shame in handing over your own mind to be confused and mystified by anyone who happens to verbally attack you? If you consistently accept disrespect, you are sending a clear message that it's okay. Setting a high standard for how you're treated isn't about being demanding or entitled. It's about self-respect. It's about recognizing your own inherent worth and refusing to let it be trampled on. This means having the courage to walk away from situations and people that are toxic. It means communicating your boundaries clearly and calmly. It might be difficult, and it might mean letting go of people you care about, but your long-term well-being is worth it. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who challenge you to be better, and who treat you with the dignity you deserve. Your relationships should be a source of strength, not a constant battle for respect. Remember, the quality of your life is largely determined by the quality of your relationships. So, to recap these vital Stoic lessons, never lower your principles, for they are the bedrock of your character. Never shrink your dreams, for they are the blueprint of your potential. Never sacrifice your peace of mind, for it is your greatest treasure. Never halt your personal growth, for it is the journey of a lifetime. And never, ever accept treatment that is less than the respect you deserve. Living by these principles isn't always easy. It requires courage, self-awareness, and practice. But the reward is a life of integrity, purpose, and unshakable self-worth. It's a life where you are the master of your own soul. You build a life that is authentically and unapologetically yours. I hope these ancient lessons resonate with you as much as they do with me. If you found this helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content on practical philosophy for modern life. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these lessons hit home the most? Until next time, stand tall and live with virtue.